Okay, so now that we've got most of our countertop, edited in the way that we want, one thing you may want to do is throw a couple notations on there, or perhaps add a certain little bit of information onto the same screen. Perhaps you want to draw an island or a vanity or something like that. You can do that using a couple different tools, but first I want to talk about notation. That is up here using the ABC Note tools. This one right here is one with the leader, and this one's more like a stamp, right? So I can come over here and say test, and then simply wherever my mouse is, it's going to place that wherever I put it. Now, again, the one with the leader, I click here, and I could say the same thing if I wanted test, and then I could touch any entity that I want or object or really anywhere in the screen. I could say, the middle of the sink. And then you can see wherever I move it, it's going to have a leader going to that position that I originally clicked. So if you wanted to go ahead and put some notes on there, you can. But a lot of times there may be an island or something in this location, or perhaps a vanity in a bathroom that's relatively close, and you don't necessarily need to pull the laser all the way in there and start a new file or anything like that. You can just do a little bit of drafting to get that done. So you can use this rectangle tool here if you're doing something very simple like an island or vanity, or if you get a napkin drawing or something like that from someone, you can use the dynamic sketch tool. Both of these things will allow you to then convert using the Define Manual Countertop tool here. So I'm going to show you these and the way they work. So the Dynamic Sketch tool can be used as well to create, a specific line at a specific length. So the way that this works is you will able to start somewhere, and you can see I'm able to choose a length and an angle. You see 0 is flat there. So let's say I want to go 50. And then I want to go down, I'm going to go another 50, and then I'm going to go over here, I'm going to go 25, and then I can connect it back over here. So I have, a shunted piece, if you will. So what I can do is I can then translate this into a top if I want, but any weird shapes that you may get or napkin drawings, you can then use your Define Manual Countertop. Simply click anything that is an overhang. So let's say this is a wall and this is a wall. So we'll say this is overhang and this is overhang. You simply accept those two things, and you can see it translates it into a top the same way that we have here. I have my color set a little bit different in this case, but that's totally fine. So in this case, you can see it's created the walls, the splashes over here, overhangs, labels, dimensions, all of that done. Same thing if you were to use the rectangle tool, you could simply say we have a 75 by 25 vanity. I don't know, I'm just making numbers up here. And then we could say that this is a 3-wall vanity, so only this is an overhang. You simply use your Define Manual Countertop, click the only thing that's an overhang in this case, and accept, and you notice it turns everything into a countertop for you. This will allow you to use the previous tools that you've seen, like importing a DXF feature, dynamic edits, anything like that. So anything that you did see with the countertop tool creation, you can do that on these as well.